Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another unboxing for you all today, and it's another Sabbat box, this time for Imbolc 2018. So, just holding up, oh, everything's falling out. So just holding up the art because I really love the art. This is so pretty. This is the theme and the pamphlet for this Imbolc, and it's called At Winter's End theme. I really love the flowers and like the first bloom after winter. So this basically has all the information inside the box of what's inside the box, the cost, the description, why they picked it, and all that kind of stuff. It talks about the holiday itself as well as how everything inside of it correlates to the holiday. And yeah. So just to let you guys know, those who do not celebrate or know anything or are new here, Imbolc is celebrated on February 1st, so it is fast approaching, if not already here, depending on when I put out my video. So Imbolc is one of the 4 cross-quarter Sabbats, and it is between the winter solstice, which is Yule, and the vernal equinox, which is Ostara. It is considered a fire festival, and it is a Sabbat that marks the coming of spring, the awakening of nature, and the rebirth of the sun and the triple goddess. So it says that the magical significance for this holiday, Imbolc on the Celtic calendar marks the start or the starting of spring, and it is the time where pagans will celebrate the coming of light and longer days. It's the dismissal of winter and the reawakening of nature itself. Imbolc is also very closely tied to the Celtic goddess Brigid, and Brigid is usually known as the goddess of fire, transformation, the home, childbirth, prophecy, healing, protection, and is also known as the goddess of many forms, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So I am going to refer to this as we go ahead and go through the box. And then there is a bunch of stuff that was stuffed inside of it that we will refer to as we get to the items inside. But first, I do want to go ahead and show you, I do this every single time. I am in love with like the designing here. I guess this is like a packaging kind of thing. I'm a sucker for it. So I love the use of the sticker, the Brigid's Cross. I am gonna go ahead and take this and put it in my planner. That was a plan, that was like something that popped into my head now that I'm doing planning stuff. So when Sabbat boxes arrive, I can go ahead and keep track of that using the stickers so that I'm not wasting them, because I hate it and I'm treating my planner basically as a work of art. So I am gonna incorporate as much of the Sabbat box stuff as I can into my planner because I do not want to lose it. I love it so much. I love it so much. So I'm sure I can go ahead and show this. I have a coupon code here that says free shipping on your next purchase if you use the code gratitude. So I will go ahead and put this down below as well. I'm sure this means for the store. I also have a, I believe it's 10% off code. I always forget. I believe it's Jumi10 will save you 10% off if you go ahead and purchase things from the store. Sabbat Box is usually on a waiting list, so as you bide your time, you can go ahead and kind of custom make your own Sabbat boxes by visiting the store, purchasing the items that you need or that you find interesting or want to use for this Sabbat or the coming Sabbats, anything like that. Go ahead and use my code. So I'm gonna break in here now as carefully as possible, and I can already smell it. It smells fantastic. It looks fantastic. I'm just gonna say, like, with the theme, I don't know if you can see it with the color scheme. First of all, just looking at this box reminds me of like the end of winter. The inclusion of this color of the like packing worms kind of reminds me of like grass, and then the white tissue paper looks like snow. The use of the white like candles and stuff like that, just the colors, it looks like earth as the winter is kind of like melting, as the snow is melting and everything like that. So I just want to give them even more props than usual. I give them a lot every single video, but just looking like as I open this package, that is like the first thing that popped into my head. So they did a really good job on just the packaging, I gotta say. I am really pleased and blown away with this one. So let's just start with the very first thing that's right on top, and it is these Purity Herbal Alchemy candles by the Witchy Mommy. And they are hand poured soy wax. It has hyssop, rosemary, and red sandalwood in there. And it's got, I'm just loving the inclusion of like the glitter in there. These are very, very pretty. They're very fitting. I love it because it's very much like you just see the green through the white, and it's very much like the end of winter. These candles, these candles are meant for cleansing, purification, and spiritual maintenance. So each tea light candle is pure white and blended with a scent of sandalwood adorned by hyssop or hyssop. I'm not really quite sure how you pronounce it. Red sandalwood and rosemary. Each candle is charged under a full moon and under the planetary influence of Saturn. A perfect choice to incorporate into your Imbolc rites or magic, or light in the honor of Brigid. I love the little inclusion of the never leave a burning candle unattended, keep out of the reach of children and pets, trim the wick 1/4 inch prior to lighting, keep away from drafts, burn candle on a heat resistant surface. So I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff where it comes to ingredients and like warnings and all that kind of stuff. I feel like if you're including items, you need to give your customers like the full rundown in case of allergies or if it's a dangerous product. So good job. I don't see a coupon on the card, but I did get a card, like a business card along with it that has the website for this shop, and it is the witchymommy.com or the witchymommy.etsy.com. It looks like they have a Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The Facebook and YouTube are Feather Garden Belle, and that's B-E-L-L-E. And I will, of course, include all this information down below. Their Instagram is at the Witchy Mommy. But I do not see a coupon, even though it says there's a coupon in here for it. I do love that, because I am such a stickler for it, that it says that ingredients are listed on the label. Very good. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, I messed up. So the free shipping that I went ahead and I said earlier is not for Sabbat Box's store. It is, excuse me, for the witchymommy.com. The coupon code gratitude is for the witchymommy.com. I will correct that hopefully in post, and I will link all information down below. So the next thing I am pulling out is from Frequency. We got a spritz the last box. So we got something from Frequency previously, and this is a Clarity soap. Its ingredients are all natural glycerin soap, Clarity essential oil blend, rainbow fluorite stones. And then it also has further ingredients of coconut oil, palm oil, safflora oil, glycerin, purified water, sodium hydroxide, sorbitol, propylicin glycol, and oat protein essential oil blend, which is spearmint, lime, rosemary, and eucalyptus. Just a whole lot of ingredients. I know I'm a stickler. A whole lot of ingredients I cannot pronounce. So this is Handcrafted Crystal Infused Clarity Soap. It retails for $6.99. I really love like the packaging of this, how they use like kind of recycled paper, and I love like almost the coloration, if that makes sense. I really like it. It's very kind of all natural and kind of olden looking, if that makes sense. So it's made up of an invigorating fresh blend of pure essential oils and infused with real crystals. This handcrafted all-natural Clarity soap will help you clear the cobwebs from your mind and refresh your thoughts. This is perfect. I need this. This sweet spearmint blend is grounded with woodsy rosemary and rounded out with fresh lime. The pure essential oil blend infuses this all-natural glycerin soap and rainbow fluorite stones to help calm. Perfect to use for ritual bathing. So as I'm pulling off this packaging, I can instantly smell the spearmint and the eucalyptus. It smells like gum. Like a spearmint gum. It's pretty intense, but I can see how it could be relaxing. I'm very curious to use it. It looks like it just all fogged up, unfortunately, from me touching it and pulling off the plastic, so I'm sorry. The next thing is a Brigid's cross. So this is neat. I love the inclusion of this. Honestly, out of everything, it's like, when it comes to the Sabbat, I feel like that's such an important inclusion for a box based on Imbolc. So it is a handcrafted Brigid's cross by Naomh, Padraig, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And the rush is from the River Shannon. Oh, it's handcrafted in Ireland. That is so cool. So this came from Ireland, and it has information on Brigid and Brigid's cross. So this retails for $9.95, and I will link it down below if you would like to kind of explore the website for this individual in their shop. So the Celts for whom the celebration of Imbolc stems from believe that the Brigid's cross, a symbol sacred to the goddess Brigid, is a powerful talisman of protection, and it would be hung above windows or entryways into the home in effort to keep harm or want away. It is originally believed that the Brigid's crosses were crafted by the Celts and hung indoors as a way to invite their their life-giving goddess into the home during the start of spring and the planting season. In Celtic lore, Brigid was considered the firekeeper of the flame of life, and some believe that the reeds and thrushes used to make these talismans happen to represent the kindling used to keep the fire lit, making this a very old form of sympathetic magic. The practice of crafting these ancient talismans still continues today in parts of Ireland on St. Brigid's Day, which is celebrated on February 1st. So the next thing I'm pulling out is in this plastic bag, and it's bubble wrapped. So it is in a glass spritz kind of bottle. It's Anjou's Brigid's Fire Smudge Spray, and it's for purification of hearth and home, angelica, rowan, heather infused water with alcohol and pure essential oils. The directions say to mist your secret space, body, linens, or altar before ritual. Okay, and it looks like this is $16. It's custom made. Why we chose it. So this custom made ritual spray makes for a simple and convenient way to purify your altar, sacred space, linens, or even oneself. Each spray is made with a divine herbal blend of angelica, rowan, heather infused alcohol, as well as pure essential oils. The components of the spray were carefully chosen to be included in this concoction because of the corresponding ties to the Sabbat of Imbolc, as well as their connections to Brigid. And it says pronounced breed. So learning something new. I think I don't really follow or believe in gods and goddesses. That's not a part of my practice, so please forgive me. So it does look like there are two separate but the same, maybe, or at least they have the same name. So there's breed and then there's Brigid, so please forgive me. So the Celts believed that the rowan was the symbol of hidden mysteries of nature and represented the quickening of the life force, a celebrated theme of Imbolc. Angelica and heather are said to be extremely protective, both used to ward off evil, heal, and purify. So let's just give it a spritz. Ooh. So it's almost like cinnamon, almost. It's very earthy, very, very spicy. Kind of like cinnamon and earth. It's very earthy, very herbal, spicy, but kind of salty. A little weird. Different. Smells good though. I like it. It's actually very calming and kind of warm. So I like it. And that's fitting, actually. That's a fitting name, Brigid's Fire. I like it. Good on them. Okay, so the next thing in here is the Witches Almanac, and it is for spring 2018 to spring 2019. So I had one of these last year, so I'm very, very welcoming to see another one this year. And this retails for $12.95. Since 1971, the Witches Almanac has been providing the pagan community with an invaluable written and pictorial guide to astrology, the occult, folklore, and magic. It's inspired by the Old Farmer's Almanac and includes information related to the annual moon calendar, horoscopes, weather forecasts, legends, rituals, herbal secrets, mystic incantations, spells, as well as interviews by pagans for pagans. It is an invaluable tool that can aid you through the coming year both magically and mundanely. So I don't mind having this, actually. I really do enjoy reading through these. These are pretty interesting. And it looks like this one is the magic of plants. I believe the last one I had was about water. So I'm very interested to go ahead and read through this. It has like calendars and stuff like that with all different kinds of events and stuff. It's just such an interesting book. It's all kind of all over the place, which some people might find a little hard to read, but I definitely think it's an interesting read. It's definitely interesting to read through. So I am glad to see this included. Get to the last item in the box, which is a Book of Shadows page. This seems to be a new kind of consistent thing that Sabbat Box is including. So this is gonna be pretty much a Sabbat Box exclusive. It is Brigid's Prayer, so it's a Book of Shadows page like I was saying. So why we chose it. The Wheel of the Year and the 8 Sabbats that it represents happen to stem primarily from the old seasonal Celtic calendar. With the Sabbat's roots deep in Celtic lore and celebration, it is easy to see why Brigid became a focal point of worship for Imbolc, especially given the time of year Imbolc was celebrated by the Celts. Incorporate the use of this prayer into your Imbolc rites or spell work as a way to connect with both the archetype of Brigid, what she represents, and to work with her as a goddess. So I'm more along the lines of working with the archetype of Brigid. So what she represents is more kind of how I do things. I don't really, personally, I don't believe in the gods and goddesses, but you know, they all represent things, they all mean different things, and that's what I really like about them, and that is how I include them in my practice. So it is more about what they represent and what they mean and what they signify, more so than the individual, if that makes sense. So yeah, and this is $1.95, and you can probably find all of these items on the Sabbat Box store, but this is probably the only one that is limited to the Sabbat Box store. So yeah guys, that was everything in the Sabbat Box for the 2018 Imbolc. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys have any special plans or you're gonna do anything, you know. What are you guys gonna do on Imbolc? For me, I don't entirely know what I'm gonna do yet. I really don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I am very behind on a lot of things, but I do want to dedicate at least some time to just sitting down and doing something. So it's probably gonna be small for me this year, but yeah, I would love to hear how you guys are planning to celebrate, or if this is not like your thing, if you don't celebrate Imbolc, what are you guys gonna do on February 1st in general, in the mundane life, you know, the normal everyday life? Let me know. I'm very curious, I'm very interested. And yeah, so I'm gonna go guys, so I will see you in my next video. I do not know when or what that may be, but I hope to see you all there. So see you guys, bye.